We're looking at that. We need to address the issue as quickly and as efficiently as we can. Some are implying that or suggesting that it may require a constitutional amendment, and as you know, that is a large undertaking. But clearly, birthright citizenship has been abused.
Borders czar Tom Homan joins me now. Tom, it's good to have you on the program. You know, you heard the speaker there talking about whether or not it would require a constitutional amendment or whether or not it could be passed simply by an act of Congress. Whatever it may be, it would seem today that what this ruling does in effect is put a lot of pressure on you. More on enforcement, more on deportations, more on ensuring that we live up to our existing laws.
You're exactly right. I mean, the first thing I saw the decision, which I don't agree with, is okay, now we step up enforcement. We step up more enforcement. Even though we're doing record amounts of enforcement now, we need to do more. And not only that, we need to, really buckle down on birth tourism. We have many investigations on birth tourism, but we need to quadruple down on that. And look, I agree with Judge Alito. First of all, I've been doing this since 1984. That's when I started in Border Patrol. This birthright citizenship has always been a major driver for illegal immigration. During the Biden administration, the Yuma Hospital, the El Paso Hospital, 100% maternity beds were illegal aliens. That's not a coincidence. That's not by accident. But it's always been a driver for illegal immigration. But more importantly, it's a national security issue. Because of birth tourism investigation I'm aware of, you got nationals from China and Russia coming here by the thousands, having a baby and leaving. Now, so we have U.S. citizens by the thousands and this continued by the millions living in countries that I think are adversaries to us that can come here and have an impact on how this country is run. So it's a national security issue, a huge proportion that we need to address. And I hope Congress does it.
At the broadest and most shallow level, I bring up the World Cup, Tom, but the point really is, do you have a citizenry that is loyal to the country, that actually values and prioritizes the United States of America? And I would argue you have to have a citizenry that believes that. But on the national security issue, let's just play that out, Tom, right? You've got these Chinese birth tourism centers. A kid could be born here, taken back to China, raised under the Chinese Communist Party with that education system, and then have American citizenship to come back with those beliefs and run for the highest offices in the land and have power here in America. Is that right?
That's absolutely right. I think it's one of the biggest national security issues we're facing right now. Under Biden administration, the open border was a huge national security issue, but this year is equally important. That's why I was very disappointed in today's decision. And that's why I agree with President Trump. Congress needs to get on this right away. And you're right, as far as the love of country, all these illegal aliens coming here and having birth, do they love this country? Well, the first thing they did is violate the laws and enter illegally. Birth tourism, they lied in their visa, come here and have a baby. They didn't come here for business. And finally, how about the millions of people standing in line, Will, taking their tests, doing their background investigations, paying those fees that want to be a part of the greatest nation on earth for the right reasons? They're not going to love the country the way the people, the millions standing in line are going to love this country, because they're doing everything they can to be a part of this greatest nation on earth without breaking our laws, respecting the laws of this nation.
Tom, today, Angel families once again testified in front of a committee of Congress. It was Jessica Gorman, the mother of Sheridan Gorman, who gave testimony today. And here's a little of what she had to say to those lawmakers.
Why did protecting our American citizens stop being your first priority? I want an explanation, I need one, and I deserve one. This is the fourth time you had Angel families. Thanks for telling me you don't care. This cannot be buried under your slogans, your statistics or excuses, and this just can't stand. That little girl on the buddy bench, that innocent college freshman with a heart full of compassion and a head full of dreams that was gunned down by an illegal immigrant, I want you to imagine that was your daughter, not mine. What if she was yours? Would you even hesitate for 1 second to act or to make changes?
It was intense testimony, Tom, and we're still monitoring it because it's ongoing. But I would love to know the response of those Democratic politicians she's addressing there in that meeting.
They have no real response. Look, I've met hundreds of Angel moms and dads, and I remember every one of those stories, tragic stories. Their children should be alive today. My worst nightmare is to bury a child, bury my children. And look, the bottom line is, here's the answer. They won't tell you, they won't give this answer, but here's the truth. Because open borders, illegal immigration is about their future political power. because they think when the Democratic administration gets back in power, they're going to award amnesty to millions of people who they think is going to be future Democratic voters. And remember, during the Biden administration, we had record amount of illegal immigration on the border. They also overturned the Trump census rule, where illegal aliens, millions of them, in sanctuary cities will be counted in the next census, which equals what? More seats in House for the Dems. They sold this country's safety and national security out for future political power. Because I can't think of another reason you would open that border up, let millions of people in this country illegally, and not want ICE to enforce immigration law. Even today, they're talking about abolishing ICE, not funding ICE and CBP. They sold this country out. They sold these American parents out for future political power. There is no other excuse.
Yeah, and you just hear the pain in Jessica Gorman's voice today, Tom. And I know you said you've heard from hundreds of these angel families. It's incredibly, incredibly sad. Tom Homan, thank you for being with us here today. We appreciate your time.
Thank you, Will.
All right.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.